Hi, Phil Schoenberg, Fastpitch Power. This may be one of the most important posts for the development of our young pitchers that I will ever do. I may have mentioned this in a previous post, but back when I was a kid, one of the things you do on a rainy Saturday afternoon or a snowy Sunday in the middle of the winter is play with something called jigsaw puzzles. I don't know whether or not they still sell jigsaw puzzles. I'm sure they do. But a jigsaw puzzle was something that would keep you occupied for hours and hours, if not days and days. You'd have a box of about 10,000 pieces. You'd dump it out onto the ground, and you'd look at these 10,000 pieces and try to figure out, how do I put these pieces together into a beautiful and logical whole? Well, one of the things that they used to do is they would put on the front of the box a picture of the finished product, so that you'd have an idea of, when you put these pieces together, what they would look like. Same thing holds true for windmill pitching. When we teach our young pitchers to evolve into advanced pitchers, we start with what the entire movement looks like, and then we break it down into individual little pieces. As an athlete, understanding the relationship of the pieces to the whole is absolutely critical. Our girls go through a sequence and a series of drills that start with fundamentals called forearm fire. I get my body into the correct posture and position, elbow down, palm up, glove hand pointing at my target, throw zone pointing at my target, and I do forearm fire drills without my throw zone, which I've established, moving down and moving out of the way, or bouncing, or any other breakdown of the throw zone that is possible. I will then go to forearm fire with a drive-through, maintaining that same stability in my throw zone. From there, we go to a series of drills called end game, which train the athlete to keep their hand on the correct path. We do it backwards and forwards, so we have more of an opportunity to ingrain that in our muscle memory. These are muscle memory drills. End game 2, where I am still maintaining that perfectly balanced, stable throw zone. Full end game, where I untrack, retrack, fire and drive. Then the transition drills back to the pitching rubber: reach, track, fire and drive. Reach, track, fire and drive. There are 2 more of the reach, track, fire and drive drills, but not important for me to show them at this point in time. But what we notice with a lot of our young pitchers, they'll go through their drills flawlessly, and then they'll go back to the 8-foot circle, they'll come off the pitching rubber, and they will default into bad habits and mechanics, stiffening their arms, bending at the waist, deflecting their hips, breaking down their throw zones, having not had a clear understanding of how the pieces that we just worked on relate to the entire whole picture. When you are doing your drills, and we've talked about this before, you should be doing your drills with purpose. And the main purpose in doing your drills is to feel what your body feels like. And we're making it easy for you. Let me change that. We're making it simple for you. It's not easy, but it's simple. We're simplifying the entire picture by breaking it down into its individual components. But unless you are aware of the relationship between that individual component and the whole movement, you're defeating the purpose of the drills. It's not just to waste half of your pitching lesson or half of your workout session getting ready to go back into the 8-foot circle and do full pitches. So when you are doing your drills, be aware of what your body feels like delivering the ball with balance, vertical stacking, stable throw zone, your feet in the correct position, your pitching hand in the correct position. Be aware of what that feels like in each of the progressive drills you do. And when we teach our girls, we start with the release point or release zone back, and we keep adding more components of the whole picture as we go back from the fundamentals, forearm fire, to end game, to reach, track, fire, and drive, to our advanced power drills. All of these things are so that you can put that jigsaw puzzle together perfectly into a beautiful picture. So remain aware at all times of what your body feels like when you are doing these drills, and that's going to make you a better pitcher with a perfect picture. I hope that this has been useful. Love to hear your comments. Talk to you next time.